Hey, what's up you guys? This is Junior Trader and in this video, let's take a look at the disastrous continuation in the collapse of SMCI stock that we are getting. Now, this is not a surprise to us. I did a video on my public channel as well a couple of days ago talking about as long as we stay below this yellow area, we'll continue to remain in the bearishness. Price action was, I think, somewhere over here back then. These were just the rebounds, and precisely right at that zone, we failed. Now, what from here? We'll talk about all of that in this video. I want to take you over a couple of articles as well that talks about SMCI's internal issues. And then before going further, definitely as always, none of this is any financial advice. It's only for education purposes, just sharing my opinion. Please do your own thing. Does SMCI has a room to come back? There is a possibility, but what we have to see in the price action for that, we'll talk about that in just a while. I first want to take you over the article. All right, so this was 4 days ago, but it has a bit of a summary of, a little bit of insight into also what SMCI has been dealing with. Shares of server solutions provider Supermicro. This is dated back to a particular day. So we're gonna skip through this. I really wish um, TradingView fixed this issue where, yeah, this thing just doesn't disappear then. Okay, the company disclosed a couple of days ago material weaknesses in its financial reporting controls in a recent SEC filing. The AI server maker acknowledged that its internal controls were not effective as of June 30th, 2025. While management stated that corrective steps have begun, they could not guarantee the issue would be fully resolved or that new problems wouldn't arise. Well, aren't these problems of their own making? I mean, it's the internal controls issues. Right? What's stopping them to fully resolve these issues, right? Anyways, just my opinion. This news adds to investors' concerns following a recent disappointing fourth quarter report where both revenue and earnings per share missed Wall Street expectations. Now, that's a bit of a gist of, SMCI there as per their what's recent issues are. But anyhow, coming back to the price action here, I already told you even when the price action was here that nothing is going to turn in the directional for the longevity bullish on this thing as long as we stay below this 45 area, the zone that I gave you. Now, if definitely you are a member on my Patreon, you would have traded this thing through my videos on Patreon, all this bullish move. And this is where I mentioned that weakness is coming around $60 break, and then this was like a full breakdown. Like this was a multi-day weakness, then fully turned bearishness, right? So we are not in the play since back then. We took our profits, we are out. Definitely, if you are interested in all of those services, check out my Patreon memberships. Links are in the description of this video. Now, what from here? As you can see, we are continuing still down, right? We are still in the overall bearish structure here on SMCI. What can change it? Well, there's a zone. Let's talk about that. Well, when I say a zone, it's first we have to get above this zone, then we can start to talk about, okay, there is some stabilization we are seeing. So first we have to get above $40 to $41, and then we have to see if it can stabilize in this particular zone. The zone of stabilization is right over here. I'm going to give it a different color here. Let's go blue. So this is where we would want to see it stabilize first. If it can stabilize into this blue zone, which will result in some rebounds, then we have a chance that it can start to turn around overall bullish. And at this point, because price action has updated itself, I can bring this zone as well a little bit down here. Technically, I'll still take it this as a full zone, but it's okay for now to give it, well, I actually want to give it this full zone. This is where only and only if we can first get into this blue box for stabilization. We have to hold this zone for days, 41.25 to 43.34. Then only stabilization will begin, and then cracking slowly and slowly above 43.40 is going to give us that possibly a longevity. But that longevity for the long-term uptrend will only begin as we even get above 43.40, $43.40. Otherwise, right now, no. Above 40 to $41 is just a rebound possibility, and then we want to see a stabilization. And then above 43.40, only above $43.40 only above, is where a proper long-term uptrend can form for any swing, proper one. Otherwise, no. You are just right now going down in SMCI. And let's say SMCI, that bit of a bounce that we are seeing at 200 days moving average, if that also finally breaks eventually by resisting the levels above, how low now can we continue? What are the next zones on SMCI? Well, I'm seeing this zone. Well, there's some zones. Like one is like 37.28. And I'm just going to mark it here real quick. We have a room to come down to 37.28 then. Let's give it yellow there. And then if we lose it, then unfortunately you are looking at something like $30 as well. Anyways, we'll go level by level, area by area. But right now, the point being SMCI is still in the downtrend, okay? It's still in the downtrend right now. Okay, that's all I want to talk about in this video. If you found it helpful, valuable, please hit the like, subscribe. And with that, I'll see you in my next videos. Take care, bye.